Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, now in this video we are discussing biomolecules, biomolecules second video so that's why I have written this one as biomolecules 2. Now continuation information. So what is the information we are discussing now? Continuation information. So in previous video we see fresh weight, dry weight and ash. Ash means how we can obtain So when we will burn the like plant materials at the time, so after burning completion of that particular oxidation process and everything so we will obtain the ash. So that particular ash contains inorganic elements. Ash contains inorganic elements like calcium, magnesium, etc. So neat point of view. Actually board only explaining, but there neat information also sometimes comes so that is inorganic elements. Nalla save panikonga. Inorganic elements examples, so calcium and magnesium, etc. So here etc we are writing, but so suppose if they are asking regarding inorganic elements means these two if you remember is enough. It is enough. Now inorganic elements, what are those? Calcium and magnesium. And inorganic compounds. Inorganic compounds, what are those? Sulfate and phosphate, etc. So now what is the point now I am going to give you is, so what are the inorganic compounds they have given here, adi remember panikonga. Apro what are the inorganic elements they have given, adi remember panikonga podum. Ipo paatha inorganic elements calcium and magnesium. Apro inorganic compounds sulfate and phosphate. Next one are also seen in the acid soluble pool. Actually inorganic elements as well as inorganic compounds we are observing in ash So same kind of compounds are here, same we can observe in acid soluble pool. Point you understood now. So acid soluble pool also we can observe the inorganic compounds as well as inorganic elements. Next one, therefore elemental analysis gives elemental composition of living tissues in the form of hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, carbon, etc. So means here definitely we will find out. Suppose here we would like to get the chemical analysis of compounds, means definitely we can obtain the chemical analysis of compounds. So here definitely there what is the information here we can find out means hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, carbon, etc. So next one means here what is the point we are understanding? So therefore the elementary analysis gives elemental composition of living tissues. So thereby by taking of living tissues definitely we can get the chemical analysis. Definitely we can get the chemical analysis or elemental analysis. Next one, while analysis for the compounds gives an idea of the kind of organic or inorganic constituents present in the living tissues. Analysis. So thereby, so by doing of this such kind of chemical analysis or analysis, so definitely what are the types of organic and what are the types of inorganic components or the constituents present in the living organisms, very easily we can find out. Simple only, no, amma. So chemical analysis point of view, so we can get the information of elemental analysis or the elemental analysis. Elemental analysis point of view, we can find out the presence of different types of components as we have written here. So hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, carbon, etc. Likewise, we can find out or we can get the information regarding elemental composition, isn't it? Likewise, so analysis for the compounds gives an idea about what are the types of organic compounds or what are the types of inorganic compounds present in the living tissue. Even that one also we can find out. Emma, so thereby here sorry, so by doing of this particular elemental analysis as well as components or the constituents, no, we can find out elements and what are the elements present in the living tissue we can find out, and what are the compounds present in the living tissue also we can find out. Amma point purida easy only, no. Next one, from a chemistry point of view, so idu konjam general information amma. So from a chemistry point of view, so what we can find out means, so suppose if you ask a chemistry teacher, no sir, what are the chemical compounds present in the living tissue or living tissues means, sir will say like this. So that is identify functional groups as aldehydes are there and ketones are there and aromatic compounds are there. So likewise chemistry teacher may say, Emma, so thereby, so you see there from a chemistry point of view, one can identify functional groups like aldehydes, ketones, aromatic compounds, etc. Now biology teacher point of view, so once you see there, but from a biological point of view, we shall classify them. So what are those, what are the chemicals or what are the chemical compounds we are getting or we are obtaining in the in the chemical analysis, no, all those we will classify. So like this, what are those, no, like we will call it them as amino acids are there and nucleic acids are there and fatty acids are there, proteins are there, carbohydrates are there. Likewise, we will separate. So that is his chemistry point of view, we will separate, or chemistry teacher will give as idea regarding aldehydes, ketones, aromatic compounds. Likewise, he will say. And next one, biological viewpoint of view, so we will consider these kind of compounds as amino acids, nucleotide bases and fatty acids, proteins, carbohydrates. Likewise, there are different types of chemical compounds we will find out. Amma point purida. Next one, now from up to here, just we will consider it as an introduction. So now let us enter into the actual what is a biomolecule or what are the biomolecules are there. So what is the main important structures and functions, everything, let us start. So now here actual class started from the amino acids. So that's why let us start to discuss the information regarding amino acids. சரியா? Now amino acids are organic compounds. amma nalla save பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Amino acids are organic compounds containing an amino group and an acidic group. Sir, adu mattuma sir means irukku, but these two are present. Along with these two, so remaining also are there. Let us learn one by one. Emma, now you see there, first point is remember பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Amino acids are organic compounds containing an amino group. Amino group means, I think so you know very well chemistry. Amino group means NH2 group is there, no? Adita. Next one, acidic group. Acidic group as substituents on the same carbon. இப்போ பார்த்துக்க, இப்போ amino group as well as acidic group both are present on the same carbon. Amma இது important. So both are present on the same carbon. Suppose if both these two kind of groups present on the same carbon means that particular carbon we are calling as alpha carbon. That particular carbon we are calling as alpha carbon. Means here alpha carbon, suppose if the carbon consists of, suppose if the carbon consists of both the carbons. Suppose if the carbon consists of both groups. So what are the groups maybe? So one is amino group and one more is carboxylic group. So here, so somewhat here appearing, it is not appearing here, but here you see there hydrogen is there, and here R is there, means alkyl group. Next one is COOH group is there, and here NH2 group is there now. So now here you see there amine group and carboxylic group, means COOH group, both are present or attached to the same carbon now. So here, so this particular carbon we will be calling as alpha carbon. Amma point puriyadara. So that is the thing. That's why hence, so that's why here once you see there, hence they are called as. So when this kind of situation we are calling, no, hence these amino acids we are calling as alpha amino acids. Amma point puriyada. Alpha amino acids are nothing but, suppose if the amino acids consist of amine group and SDQ group. So such particular amino acids we are calling as alpha amino acids. Next one, they are substituted methanes. This is important point. So definitely what are the amino acids are there? No, all these amino acids are substituted methanes. This is null point. Chinna point only, but statements point of view important. Next one, they are 4 substituent groups are there. So what are those? No, once you see there are 4 substituent groups occupying the 4 valency positions. So 4 groups are there, and these 4 groups are occupying the 4 valency positions. So now these groups, so what are the 4 groups sir means, one by one let us learn. So what are those? No, hydrogen and carboxyl group. So hydrogen, carboxyl group. Next one, amine group. Amine group, and a variable group designed as a R group. One more time let us learn. So why? Because what are the groups are present here, definitely we must remember. So 4 groups we are taking, no. So 4 groups. So first one hydrogen, so one mudinchi, and the second one is carboxyl group. Okay, so one is a hydrogen group, and second one is carboxyl group, and third one is amino group, and fourth one is the variable group designated as R group. Designated as R group. So likewise here 4 different types of groups we will observe. So these are all present together forms the one amino acid. So in this particular page, no, so what is the information we have learned means, here ash consists of inorganic elements, calcium and magnesium, and inorganic compounds, sulfate and phosphate. Next one, so these kind of things, you know, we can observe even in acid soluble pool also. Okay, next one, chemistry teacher point of view. So one particular chemical analysis is there means, so sir will say there aldehydes are there, ketones are there, and aromatic compounds are there. Likewise he will say. Next one, biology point of view, we will describe or we will classify them as amino acids, nucleotide bases and fatty acids. We will explain. Next one, so we have started to learn the first information regarding amino acids. Now first point we are learning, amino acids are organic compounds. So there amino groups are there and SDQ groups are there, both are substituted on the same carbon. So when these 2 types of groups are substituted on the same carbon, no, such particular carbon we are calling as alpha carbon. So such particular amino acids we are calling as alpha amino acids. Okay, next one, these alpha amino acids are substituted methanes. This is null statement. They are 4 substituent groups are there. So and these 4 substituent groups, no, so present on the 4 different or 4 valency positions. So what are the 4 different types of groups means, hydrogen is there, carboxylic group is there, and amino group is there, means NH2 group is there, and variable group designated as R group also is there. So now let us start to discuss the information regarding amino acids and its structures. Now once you see there, so here this particular information we are learning. Here amino acids structure also I have drawn here for you. So once you see there, here the amino acid structure point of view, once you see there, the carbon group is there. On both sides of this carbon we are getting the information. So here once you see there, carbon, and amine group is there, R group is there, and H group and COOH group. So here when these four kind of groups are present here, when all these are all substituted on the carbon, so such particular amino acid we will be considering as, or we are calling as alpha amino acid. Alpha amino acid. Amma point purida. Ipo alpha amino acid when we are calling, our knowledge point of view, when amine group and COOH group when substituted on the same carbon, no, so this entire amino acid now we will be considering as alpha amino acid. Next one, ipo from here onwards unkonche important amma. So most important, listen carefully. Now based on the nature of R group, so based on the nature of R group, there are many amino acids. There are many there are many amino acids. However, those which occurs in proteins are only of 20 types. So there means here there are many types. But so in proteins, no, how many types of amino acids we are finding? In proteins, just 20 types of amino acids only we are finding. Okay, so 20 different types of amino acids forms the different types of proteins. Amma point puridama. So here what is the point we are learning? So however, those which occur in proteins are only of 20 types. 20 types of proteins only we can 20 types of amino acids only we can present or we can observe in proteins. But here in the first line what we have seen, many amino acids are there we are observing, but in proteins, no, just 20 types of amino acids only are present. Next one, next information is the R group in these proteinaceous amino acids could be a hydrogen. In R group, means in R group, no. So in proteinaceous amino acids, suppose instead of R group, suppose if H means hydrogen is there, means so such particular amino acid is known as glycine. Once you see here, if in R group is there, here H is there, NH2 is there, and COOH is there. This particular amino acid we are calling as alpha amino acid. If instead of R group, here we have written, which one we have written? H we have written. So thereby this particular amino acid now we will be calling as glycine. So in glycine, instead of R or in place of R, hydrogen group is there. Or simply hydrogen is there, means so such particular amino acid we will be considering as glycine. Okay, next one, next line you see, suppose instead of R group, here we have seen, no, R group in these proteinaceous amino acids could be a hydrogen. Suppose R group could be a hydrogen group, means there that particular amino acid we will be considering as glycine. Suppose if R group like substituted with CH3 group, means methyl group, that particular amino acid we will be considering as alanine. So CH3 means here the R group is replaced by the methyl group, means that particular amino acid we are calling as alanine. Alanine. Next one, suppose if the R group is substituted by the hydroxy methyl group, that particular amino acid we will be considering as serine. If simply sir either or particular clue kudunga sir remember pannike, means simply you can remember this one as HCH3 C2OH, no. So here GAS, gas. So thereby here based on when this particular R group is replaced by the hydrogen and methyl group and hydroxy methyl group, when these are all replaces, no, so there are different types of amino acids of formation we are observing. Suppose if the R group is replaced by or substituted by the hydrogen, we are observing the formation of glycine amino acid, and when R group is replaced by the methyl group amino acid, alanine amino acid formation takes place. Next one, when the R group replaced by the hydroxy methyl, so serine amino acid formation takes place. Likewise, based on the, so here thereby here we can observe there are different types of amino acids. Next one, the chemical So this one also is important, listen carefully. Next one, the chemical and physical properties of amino acids are essentially of the amino and carboxyl and are functional groups. So means here the chemical properties as well as chemical properties and the physical properties of amino acids definitely depends on the what? Amino group, carboxylic group and are functional groups. So chemical properties as well as physical properties or changes, changes in according to the or essential, definitely for maintenance of physical and chemical properties of amino acids, definitely which one is required? Definitely essentially, so amino and amino group, NH2 groups, carboxylic groups and R group or R functional groups also required. Next one, so based on the number. So based on the number of amino group, based on the number of amino group, so based on the number of amino group and carboxylic groups. One more time, once you see there, based on the number of amino group, based on the number of amino group and carboxylic group or carboxyl group, there are different types of amino acids are there. So one more time, based on the number of amino group and carboxylic group or carboxyl group. So there are different types of amino acids are there. What are those? No, acidic, basic, neutral and one more is aromatic. Here aromatic. See, easy only, no? Acidic, basic, neutral and one more is aromatic. Ipu acidic. So here what are the examples here we are discussing? No, same examples only, try to remember. So other than this, no problem, no need to remember or no need of requirement. Okay, now here you see there acidic amino acid best example glutamic acid. Next one, basic amino acid best example lysine and neutral amino acid valine is the best example. One more time, once you remember. Basic amino acid glutamic acid, acidic amino acid glutamic acid, basic amino acid lysine and neutral amino acid valine. Okay, one more time, acidic amino acid best example glutamic acid and basic amino acid lysine and neutral amino acid valine. Okay, acidic glutamic, basic lysine, neutral valine. Okay, next one, similarly there are a few different types of or different examples are there related to the aromatic amino acids. Nalla sweet smell or aromatic amino acids. So what are the examples? Means tyrosine, phenylalanine and tryptophan. One more time, aromatic amino acids best examples tyrosine, phenylalanine and tryptophan. There are three different types of aromatic examples we are observing. Next one, so here a particular property of amino acids. So here one particular property of amino acids we are observing, that is ionizable nature, ionizable nature of NH2 and COOH groups. So one particular property, this particular property of amino acids, so that is ionizable nature. So where ionizable nature of NH2 group as well as COOH groups. That's why because of the presence of ionizable nature, hence in solutions that too in a different pHs. Suppose solution is there means definitely different pH will be varies or pH will be changes. Okay, so in solutions of different pHs, solution with different pHs, no, the structure of amino acid changes or the structure of amino acids changes. So means here the pH is changed in the solution means the structure of amino acids also changed. Next one, the pH is varies, the structure of pH also structure of amino acids also changes. That is nothing but ionizable nature. So that's why here to explain that particular point, here I have brought one example to you. Now here I have taken A, this entire compound I denoted as A and middle compound B and third one is C. இப்போ பார்த்து so this particular B is there on this entire compound, this particular compound we will be considering as Zwitter ionic form, or simply we are taking as Zwitter ionic form. Zwitter ionic. இப்போ Zwitter ionic form means from this compound left side compound A compound formation takes place, and from this B compound C compound or the C structure also formation takes place. That's why B structure we are considering as a Zwitter ionic form. We are considering as Zwitter ionic form. இப்போ பார்த்து so B, so CHR, so C, H here we can write separately also. So why? Because C it can substitute or it can binds with 4 different types of valency groups already we have seen. So now here this one, and with the C with the H no second group, second substitution, third one and fourth one. So that's why CH R group and COO minus, and here NH3 plus. So that one here once you see. So in chemistry, like from here to this one formation and from here to this one formation, like reversible reactions madri we will write now. So that's why here from the B to A formation once you see, so this entire NH3 plus is common and R group is common and H also is common, and here COOH is added. Okay, so and right side if you see there, no, so from the B to C formation also same will be there. So same formation also here we can observe. So now here what is the point now I am going to stress means, so the B group or the B compound now here we will be considering as Zwitter ionic form. So means from the B to chance is there to form A, and chance is there form C. So that is the thing here we are observing. So in this particular page now, so what is the information we are observing means, so the amino acids having Zwitter ionic form. Next one, so here amino acids structures changes, so when the solution consists of different pHs. Next one, amino acids have a particular property, adenana ionizable nature. Next one, based on the number of amino group and carboxylic group, no, there are different types of amino acids are there. Acidic amino acids, basic amino acids, neutral amino acids are there, and aromatic amino acids also are there. Acidic amino acids, best example glutamic acid. Basic amino acids, best example lysine, and neutral one valine, and aromatic amino acids, best examples tyrosine, phenylalanine, and one more is tryptophan. Next one here R group, when the R group is replaced by hydrogen, glycine amino acid formation, and the R group replaced by methyl group, alanine formation, and when the R group replaced by CH2OH, serine formation. So likewise till now we have observed there are different types of amino acids formation we have seen. In the next video definitely I will come with either one particular like biological viewpoint of view. There are different types of components we have to be discussed now. So in the next video I will come with the next component. Okay, thank you and be safe at home.